Damn, dude. Daft Punk. What can really be said about them at this point? 28 years, man. The two of them were together for 28 years, and that's just insane to me. I was a 90s kid. I was born in the 90s. So, like, I grew up, like, literally my entire life with Daft Punk, like, around me, you know? I'm gonna be completely honest. I didn't really grow up listening to their music. I still don't know their early catalog virtually at all. I'm sure I've heard a couple random songs here and there that I could pick out by ear if I heard it. I'd be like, oh yeah, I've heard that one. Like, I'm pretty sure I've heard Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, and a couple others. But no, Daft Punk is just this enigma that's been around for literally my entire life. And the news just came out today that they split and they dropped this video called Epilogue, which I haven't seen yet, but I assume it's kind of like a goodbye sort of message. And it's just insane to me. They've been around forever. There's just this kind of huge presence over the music industry, right? In recent years, I have actually come to listen to their later material. Random Access Memories is actually one of my favorite albums, like legitimately. I can sit down and just listen to Random Access Memories from beginning to end and just have a fucking blast. It is such a good album. But I am very well aware that it is quite a different album from the earlier stuff. The earlier stuff was much, much more electronic oriented. So, what I was thinking of doing as a kind of like an ode, I guess, to Daft Punk and just their mark on the music industry was I'm thinking I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna throw on the Discovery, or just Discovery. I think. Come on, Justin. This isn't Born of Osiris. I'm gonna go back, put on Discovery, just give it a good solid listen because I've never done that before, and just give you my thoughts. Just have a good fucking time with this album. Now, this video will contain reactions to every song on the album, but obviously I'm gonna be chopping it up a lot of it because I'm gonna try my best to avoid copyrights here and there. So I'll show like moments where I think the song is really cool, or where I just have like either a big reaction or just something really nice to say and stuff like that. But I'll definitely be cutting out lots of bits. Let's listen to Discovery. Don't really know what I'm in for. My glass of cum, straight up. And we're just gonna vibe, man. That's all this is gonna be. Oh yeah, I can get into this for sure. I was hoping for maybe a little bit of a bigger change there, maybe like a tempo change or something, but it's fine. Well, okay, here we go. We're gonna go back into the main beat. Hear the shakies in the background. I can't think of what they're called right now. All right, before we go to the next song, I'm going to do this after every single song. I'm just going to talk a little bit about it while it's still fresh in my mind. This was actually very interesting. The main beat was very easy to just, bop my head to. It's definitely meant to be like a good dancer, which is generally not really the type of music I go for. But Daft Punk has a sense of artistry, I guess, to their music, if that makes sense. There's something about Daft Punk that I can really just get into. I like how the whole middle part of the section, it really just slowed down and it got very minimalistic with just the vocals and maybe some like a little touch of like atmosphere in the background. That actually surprised me how long that lasted for. That felt like at least a good third of the song. And then at one part it slowly started to build up a little bit. It added a little bit more instrumentals. And then instead of just continuing that build, which I was expecting, it just went right back down again. And that took me by surprise. when a song can actually take me by surprise and make me go, whoa, wait a minute, that's when I'm like, fuck, I'm all for this, let's go. I like a song that can really just subvert my expectations, you know? And yeah, that's, yeah, the overall structure of the song was great. The main beat had a little touch of repetitiveness to it, but I think that's sort of Daft Punk's thing. So I'm gonna go into this kind of expecting that, and just seeing how they're gonna play with the repetitive nature of the beats and whatnot. I'm not gonna think of it as like, you know, like a takeaway or a negative point or anything like that. Yeah, one more time, had a lot of fun with that. Let's move on to Aerodynamic. Okay, we're starting off with like a church bell. No, I'm kidding. Metallica just swoops in. Yo! Alright. Is that a guitar? The amount of energy in this beat. I just punched the mic and muted it. Okay, we're going right back to the church bells again. Is it gonna just... I'm gonna stay like this for... Oh. I thought it was just gonna level up for like a few seconds and then kick right back into that beat again. Alright, we got a beat switch up. And then right back into the church bells again. Oh, and this, okay, this is where the song is. Interesting. Okay. All right, one more time was a lot of fun. Aerodynamic, though, fucking slayed me. The beat in Aerodynamic was so upbeat, so bouncy, so fluid, so just, I loved everything about it. Even when the guitar came in and took me by surprise, and then at the end when we had that beat change, bro, Aerodynamic is awesome. Like, I would legit bump Aerodynamic any fucking time. Like, one more time, I think it's a song I might have to be a little bit in the mood for, but Aerodynamic, bro, no, give me that shit anytime. Let's check out Digital Love. Ooh, what is that really like electric sound in the background? Ooh. Let's go. Kick that beat up. Is that a saxophone? Give me that saxophone. I love a good saxophone. Ooh. All right. Let's switch up. Fuck my drink. What's happening? Is that a guitar? Oh my god. Okay, Digital Love. So, this song definitely started off, I think, feeling a little bit more radio friendly than Aerodynamic, with the whole, you know, the auto-tuned voice, and it kind of felt a little bit, you know, poppier, but not that any of that's bad. It was fun, it was bouncy, it was easy to just, you know, to jam to. And then there was these moments like with and then there was a moment just after the midway point where all the other instrumentals went away, and then we just had just the piano or whatever it was, piano or synth or something. And you know, a good switch up always gets me on my toes, and I always appreciate that. That definitely made me go, oh, what's gonna happen? And then I believe after that they just brought in the guitar, right? And everything from the end on was just blew my fucking mind. Dude, that guitar was insane. That was a guitar, right? I guess it maybe could have been like a synth or something. Again, I'm not really super well versed on electronic type music, being more of a rock and metal person. But if it was a guitar or a synth, I don't care. It rocked. It fit the song so well, and I don't know, man. All right, so the next song is Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. Pretty sure I've heard this one before. I'm gonna give it a listen anyways. I don't know if I'm gonna include it in the video. If I end up having anything really to say about it, then maybe I'll cut it in. We'll see. Actually, right off the bat, I just want to say this is one of my favorite beats so far. It's so... I keep using this word, and I don't want to keep using this word, but for lack of a better term, it is just so fun. Okay. Let's actually talk a little bit about Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. So a lot of that I actually didn't remember. Obviously the main beat, yeah, for the most part. But hearing it in context with some of the other songs on the album, I don't know if it beats out Aerodynamic for my favorite beat so far. But like, oh man, it was so just. I could see why this was one of the more popular songs. It's just, I'm trying to rack my brain for other words than just fun, but that's just what keeps coming to mind. We're listening to Crescendolls next, which sounds a little creepy. Obviously, something about dolls crescendoing. Okay. This just went from 0 to 100. Ooh. Nice playing with the beat. I like how it's stopping and starting and. Okay. Okay, the first song that didn't have a fade out. This song was interesting. They really took the idea of. Oops, I gotta stop punching the fucking mic. No. They really took the idea of a repetitive beat and just really played with it. Like this whole song, beginning to end, realistically was just one beat. But I like the little I like the little tweaks and touches they added here and there. I like how my favorite thing about the song was the fucking intro, where it starts off with just hold on, if it's gonna actually play. Here we go. Where it starts off with just the I don't know what you call it, the drum, kick drum, whatever that is. It starts off with just the drum, and then it adds that sound, and it just has that for the intro, and then it's like, no, here's the whole fucking beat, and it just fucking slams you with just the weirdness of this fucking song. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. And the parts, the one moment where it happened twice on the song, once I think a little bit over the midway point, and then again right at the end, where they stripped away the rest of the instrumentals, and they just had that thing again, but they kept stopping and starting it. Just that sort of like playing with rhythms and whatnot. Really, like, I love shit like that, man. Crescendolls is another fucking banger. All these songs so far are bangers. Like, oh my god. All right, let's kick on the next song. This is Night Vision now. Yo, they were like, yo, the last song didn't have a fade out. All right, we're just gonna give this one extra fade out. All right, so Night Vision. This song wasn't really much. It was kind of just a super chill, smooth sounding beat, almost lo-fi in a way. Not quite lo-fi, but compared to the rest of the songs, the song almost felt like a breather. You know, it was kind of. I'm wondering if it's actually meant to be an intro to the next track, which is titled Superheroes. I don't. Maybe they go together. I'm not sure. I'll have to wait to find out. So this is a song I probably wouldn't listen to on its own, just because nothing really happens. It's just this one kind of quiet, smooth, chill beats that you know, I want music. I want my music to, you know, get me up and going. If it's, or at least have some like interesting changes, anything like that. Not to say Night Vision is bad. I might be listening to it out of the context of what it's meant to be. If it's meant to be an intro to superheroes, yeah, let's just listen to superheroes. Okay, we got the vocal fade in. Ooh, spacey sounds. Okay. I'm digging that. I'm guessing that's synth or keyboard or something in the background. I'm digging that. Ooh, all right. I like that there's different sounds in each of my earphones. Actually, it's very slightly different, but they are different. I like how we had that big dramatic like movie like at the end. That was a terrible representation. Okay, superheroes. Not terrible. But compared to the rest so far, I didn't really find myself enjoying it quite as much. The repetitiveness here was a little too much for me, especially with the first half of the song, with the voice, with the vocal line just saying, what was he saying? Love is in the air. Just repeating that over and over for the first half of the song really grated on me eventually. Not to say there weren't things I didn't like. I liked the... there was a lot of little things that kept getting added in the backgrounds that caught my attention. That every time the spacey sounds kicked in, I was like, "Hey, that's cool." The synths or keyboards or whatever they were at the end sounded great. Especially the one moment where I was hearing like two different, slightly different ones in each ear. So there are definitely things in the song I could pick out that I enjoyed for sure, but I don't find myself really bumping superheroes very often. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily skip it if I just had the album playing, but I don't ever see myself like specifically looking up superheroes. Any other song so far, I would say yeah, but superheroes is a bit more iffy for me. All right, let's go on to High Life. First time hearing a female vocal. Okay. She's got a real twang in her voice that I like. It really fits the beat very well. What is that sound in the background? It's like a scratching noise. It almost sounds like a zipper going up and down. All right. Hey, let's go. All right. Another song where I felt like the repetitive nature of it was a little too much, unfortunately. The female's vocals, the twang or whatever it was, it fit the beat very well. Don't get me wrong. It's just after a while, I was hoping for a little bit more. You know, every time they added something new, like the couple times where the beat dropped off, it just built back up into the same main beat again, and didn't really add anything substantial into that beat. You know, there weren't really any changes or any additions that I noticed. That part at the end where it changed a little bit, and it was like that dun dun dun, or that's probably weren't even the right notes, but you know, it had like that 3 hitting part beat that I was really getting into. That was pretty cool. I wish they played around with that a little bit more, because then it just went right back into the main beat again without adding anything substantial. Yeah, High Life, another song that, while again not bad, I wouldn't find myself skipping it if I was listening to the main album. It's another song that I don't think I'd ever see myself specifically searching out. All right, let's move on. Something About Us. About like the movie. It's a good movie. Should watch it. Jordan Peele's a good director. Ooh, okay. This is a 4-minute song too. Are we gonna get a more somber track? Like an actual one, not like Night Vision. Oh! Boys, we got the funk! Now, I don't know if this is like a feature, like they're featuring someone for the vocals, or if it's actually one of the Daft Punk guys. Oh, okay. Got a little solo kind of echoing in the background there. I like this. This is a great song. This is one of my favorite songs so far, without a doubt. The somber, it had like a somber kind of almost like funky sound to it with that bass line that kicked in. The vocals were great. Everything about this song was fantastic. I love how just down to earth everything sounded, and I think it was kind of like, was it like a love song? I wasn't really paying attention too much to the vocals. Vocals are always something I catch later, just because I think of the voice as another instrument more so. But it sounded like a love song, which adds another level of just tenderness to it. This was great. Something About Us, definitely one of my favorite tracks so far. All right, let's go into Voyager. It sounds like it might be big and epic. Ooh. Yo, y'all hear that bass line? Oh, funk me up, fam. I like that little guitar picking that's kind of chilling in my right ear. All right, back into it. Okay, dropping off again. Oh, shit. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing something. I'm feeling the music. Okay. So another song that was a little bit more chill, not as upbeat as a lot of the other tracks, but bro, that bass line that throughout most a good chunk of the song, bro, I live for that. A good solid like bass line that you can really hear in the mix. Give me that shit any fucking time. I am all for a good just a good bass line, bro. Yeah, Voyager, probably another one of my favorite songs in all honesty. I'm not gonna lie. Nothing about it felt repetitive to me at all, even though technically speaking it kind of was. There was enough different sounds being added in, and enough breaks, enough changes to just keep me interested all the way through. Voyager was a great song, and closer to the end, that do whatever the fuck you call that shit hit me hard, bro. All right, Veridis quote. I apologize if that's not how it's pronounced, because I know these bros are French. I don't think that's a French word. It might be. I apologize if I'm wrong. Let's listen to it. This is one of the longer songs on the album. Well, this sounds almost like some 8-bit type shit. Is it a synth now, the main melody? I feel like it switched up at some point. Okay. They just keep adding in layers, man. Oh, there's another one. Dude, this is just atmospheric to the max. Ooh, alright. Okay, Veridis quo. Man, the amount of layers that they just kept adding to this is insane. I swear to God, every few seconds I was hearing like some new sound, something new somewhere in the mix. Like, Jesus. And again, yes, it was the core of the beat was the same thing right from beginning to end. I think there was a break at some point, right? But again, they played with it so much in this song that you just don't care. If you're listening with some good headphones and you can catch all the little things that they keep adding in the mix and taking away, like it's such a good listen. The atmosphere, the sheer atmosphere in this song, man, it just grabs you and it just takes you away, man. One thing I'm noticing with the Discovery is that the first like half of the album was very upbeat, very dancey, and it seems to be kind of changing. It's a lot of the songs feel a lot more somber. There's a lot more atmosphere, and yeah, I actually really appreciate that. I like the versatility on this record. It's not just all super upbeat electronica. I'm having such a good time listening to this album right now, guys. Let's keep going. The next song is Short Circuit. We're already almost to the end. Only 3 songs left. Oh shit! All right, they're bringing back the real upbeat shit. Let's fucking go. I don't even want to say anything. I just want to dance, bro. Okay. That's what I call a tempo change. It's going even slower. Well, not slower, but even more like atmospheric. Is that why it's called Short Circuit? Oh man. Yo, that's wild. This was my favorite song on the album so far. I'm straight up, flat out, 100%. The main beat of the song for the first like 3/3 or maybe 1/2, a little bit more than 1/2, somewhere between 1/2 and 3/3, was so fun. It was straight up already one of my favorite beats, and then it just drops, and it goes into this atmosphere that just gets more and more distorted until the end, until it just fades out. That insane switch was so jarring, but it almost makes sense because the song is called Short Circuit, so it's almost as if like the beat or the song, or I guess maybe the speaker or whatever, just, you know, it's short circuited, so it's just, as it keeps trying to work, it's getting more and more distorted. Man, this song made me think too. What the hell? All the other songs were just fun, but this song was almost deep in a way. Damn. Short Circuit was so good. This is my favorite song on the album so far, without a doubt. Let's keep going on. We're going to Face to Face next. Yo, we're the two, I don't know the names. Are the two members of Daft Punk about to duke it out anime style? Let's go. It's going to be epic. I love the disjointed feeling of it. Okay, and we got a big switch. Woo! Okay. I love how the main beat sounds a little bit different every single time we come back to it. This is how you do repetition. Okay, let's talk about Face to Face. Sorry about the sounds in the background. I have roommates there in the living room. I can't do anything about it. I'm not gonna say, stop having fun. I'm not the fun police. Alright, Face to Face. This was an interesting song. It started off with just a very simple, I don't know what you call it, kick drum. Oh, no, don't play too long yet. Yeah, it started off with just a simple, just a very simple kick beat. And then it immediately went from that to, it stopped, it paused for like a beat, and then it went immediately into just this super fun, interesting beat. Yeah, and it just, the feeling of it, the way it felt like almost disjointed, but it was disjointed on beat, you know, on like, it had its own pattern to it. It was, I love shit like that. It was super interesting. And then we played around that for a little bit, adding and taking away certain layers to the beat. And then it went into this, and then we had this big, we had this small beat switch. It went into like a completely different sort of thing for a while. And then we had this vocalist come in, who I immediately was like, yes, please, give me more of this voice. And then every single time we went back to the main beat of the song, it sounded different, almost as if they had different sounds doing like what other things were doing. Fuck, I'm so bad at explaining electronic music. I apologize for this. But I think you know what, I think you guys know the gist of what I'm trying to say. Face to Face is the perfect example of how to do repetitive music right. Lots of tweaks, lots of layers being added in, taken out, just different styles of the main beat being done every time we come back to it. Like, it's great. It was fantastic. All right, we got one track left. It looks like it's going to be quite the monolith. 10 minutes long. And it's ironically called Too Long. That's funny. Let's give it a listen. Okay. I can get down with this. Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs? Oh, that's cool. I like how his voice is fading out. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Quick switch to another quick switch. I like how the song is going, yo, now to this for 2 seconds and then back to the beat. I like how this song is really playing with fading beats out and bringing them back in later. And there's a lot of things just kind of changing and switching around a lot. It's keeping it feeling fresh, which I appreciate. Okay. Now that was too long, and that was Discovery. Before I talk about the album as a whole, let's talk a little bit about Too Long. So 10 minutes did not feel like 10 minutes. The song was structured very well, and it kept feeling constantly fresh all the way through, which I was definitely a little worried about with, the song length. But no, Daft Punk knows what the fuck they're doing. They know how to how to keep things interesting for sure. I really liked how the song kept. It had one main core beat, obviously, like all the songs do. And I really like how it kept switching it up. Like, it would throw that beat out for a little bit and just go to something completely fucking different. And then it would just whoop, and it would just bring it back in. And then it'd throw it out for a little bit, and then they'd just bring it right back in. And that was really cool. I liked hearing like different things over here and there. The vocals were great, particularly in the first half. At the end, when the vocals ended up coming back in, especially at the end, they got a little repetitive, and I was like, all right. But at the whole beginning segment was fantastic. Yeah, this was a very good song. I wouldn't go as far as say it's one of my favorites, but I definitely could see myself throwing this on and just jamming out to it for sure. All right, let's talk about the Discovery. I'm sorry. A deathcore band called Born of Osiris has a fantastic album called The Discovery, and I keep mixing them up. If you're into that type of music, check it out. It's fantastic. Anyways, let's talk about Discovery. I'm pleasantly surprised by how much I actually enjoyed this. From beginning to end, I would not say there was a bad song on this album. There were obviously songs I enjoyed more than others, as I've said, but overall, this album has to be at the absolute lowest, a 7.5 for me. But I'm thinking more closer to an 8 out of 10 if I were to get rated on a numerical scale. This album it's a good time. If you just wanna jam out to some dance music and just have a good fucking time, throw on Daft Punk, throw on Discovery. There's some great fucking beats. Yeah, there are some somber moments, some funky moments. There's quite a bit of versatility in its album, and beginning to end, I never found myself bored. I just had a absolutely great time. My favorite songs, I would probably have to say Aerodynamic, just for that beat fucking slayed me. Something About Us, definitely, for that just that funky, wicked bass line. And Short Circuit, for sure. Those three songs have to be my favorite songs on the albums. Short Circuit and Aerodynamic just have the most insane fucking beats. And Something About Us is just the atmosphere with the bass line and that. There's something about that song that just hits different, man. And it's so good. The rest of the album, don't get me wrong, it's fantastic. I would jam out to any of it. But those three songs in particular are just top fucking level. Well, I had a lot of fun checking out Discovery with you guys today. You guys let me know how you felt about this video and Daft Punk announcing they were splitting up. Did this video take you for a loop? How have you guys been spending your time since you found out? Have you just been rocking out to Daft Punk all day? Yeah, feel free to let me know down below. I'm not gonna plug anything in this video. I just don't feel like that would be right. Have a good day, everybody.